get started. Thank you very much for coming and welcome to the Eagle Court of Honor for Alicia Goose Year. Before we get started, I'd like to introduce a couple of guests, and these are people from different parts of our scouting organization. So first I'll introduce Patricia Green from the Cradle of Liberty Council Diversity Committee. She's the chair of that committee in our council. And then Alexandra Smallberger, who is the Baden-Powell District Scouting for Food Chair, a member of the district committee. And also, as he said earlier today, he needs no introduction, but I would certainly like to introduce Chuck Mulder, who is the Council Service Territory 13 Commissioner, as well as the Unit Commissioner for both of our troops. All right, and again, who doesn't need any introduction, but I'd like to introduce Janice Brunner to come up and give our invocation. And Janice is our charter organization rep.
Please pray with me. God, we thank you for the gift of scouting, and we thank you especially for Alicia. We rejoice that we can gather here on this very special occasion to witness Allie receive her Eagle Scout Award. We celebrate her today for the service she has given to her troop, to her community, and to her council. We're thankful for all of those who have made this day possible. We lift up the merit badge counselors, the unit leaders, the fellow scouts, and most importantly, Allie's family. We know how much work and time goes into getting this great achievement. It can be difficult, and we thank her friends and family who have helped to guide her along the way. May you continue to guide Allie and all who witness this ceremony today. Use this ceremony to inspire and vision and to encourage others to follow along the Eagle path. Amen.
Thank you, Janice. And next, it's my pleasure to introduce Corinne Hoover, the Senior Patrol Leader from Troop 541. Thank you, Corinne. And next, Alexandra Smallberger will talk to us about the Eagle Scout Award.
I'd invite the ushers to come in and have a seat.
All right. Ushers, you can come in.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. As you'll hear today, it takes a lot of effort to earn the rank of Eagle. Therefore, earning it carries a lot of significance not only in scouting, but also in personal and professional life. Eagle Scout rank is individual. It is based on each person's performance to achieve standards that are similar to those established 100 years ago. More than 2.5 million scouts have earned this rank since 1911, but despite this, approximately 6% of those who have ever joined Scouts earn Eagle, just 6%. In 2019, females joined BSA, and since then, 35 have earned Eagle in the Cradle of Liberty Council. One of them who earned Eagle in 2023 stated to me, "Becoming an Eagle Scout influenced what I wanted to study in school because the Trail to Eagle taught me so much about the environment and what I can do to fix things." The girls who earned those rank have done so with determination and passion for Scouts. And as you all know, Alicia is our first female Scout who's earned Eagle in the Bay-of-Cal district. I work with 3 Eagle Scouts. One just retired, one's about a year away from retirement, and the other is in the early part of his career. While speaking to them, they indicate they would not be in their careers today without being involved in Scouts and obtaining the rank of Eagle. On a resume, indicating you're an Eagle Scout is a must, as it opens doors that may otherwise be closed to you. My coworker Michael always carries his Eagle Scout card with him, and he loves to show it off. But there's a reason for this. When he was in middle school, he and his family were out to dinner. He was in uniform. An older gentleman came up to the table and started talking to him about scouting. Asked him if he was going to earn Eagle. He didn't know. He then pulled out of his wallet his Eagle Scout card that he had been carrying around for over 50 years and told him it was the greatest achievement of his life. Now, Michael, whenever he sees Scouts, he always stops, talks to them, and pulls out his Eagle card. My 2 other coworkers, their story really exemplifies the strength of Scouting and the connections that can be made from being an Eagle Scout. Back in 1962, my coworker Mark completed his ordeal for the Order of the Arrow at a camp in North New Jersey. He earned Eagle the following year. Fast forward to around 2001 when he interviewed at my company located here in Montgomery County. Interviewer noticed on the resume that he's an Eagle. Turns out so was the interviewer. The 2 of them discussed their experience and realized they were from the same area of New Jersey. And they both did their ordeals at the same place, and they earned Eagle the same year. So when asked for a second interview, Mark brought in a picture of his ordeal class. Sure enough, the interviewer was in that picture with Mark. They didn't know each other in their youth, despite having their paths crossed during their ordeal and earning the rank of Eagle the same year in neighboring towns. So obviously he was offered the job. And as he says, Eagle Scout connection helped him land the best job he's ever had. Eagle Scouts have an instant connection and respect for each other when they meet. Many continue service through adulthood by giving back to Scouts as leaders in various capacities, while others take their talents and use them for good in other organizations. But regardless of the profession or vocation, the value of earning Eagle Scout stretches beyond their court of honor to every facet of life. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. And now, Eagle Scout RJ Bashu, would you please escort your sister to the front? You can come around. And next, I will introduce the East Known introduction, Scout Master J.I.
Front center on time.
It's my pleasure to introduce Alicia Gushu, who we all know as Allie. Allie was the very first Scout to apply to join Troop 541 in February 2019. Between our founding in 2019 and this April, when she turned 18 and could no longer be a Scout, our troop has had 132 meetings, and Allie has attended 131 of them. In that time, we've also had 47 major weekend activities, and Allie attended 44 of those. If you count shorter activities like highway cleanups, Allie has attended a total of 89. She has 82 nights camping, and in addition to the hours spent on her own project, she accumulated 48 service hours. In my 60 years as a scout leader, I've never seen another scout with an attendance record like that. Allie has earned 26 merit badges, which is enough to qualify for a bronze palm in addition to her eagle, and has served as our troop scribe, a patrol leader, and our senior patrol leader. She is a member of the Order of the Arrow, which is Scouting's service organization. She has completed the Introduction to Leadership Skills for Troops, ILST, and has taken the week-long National Youth Leadership Training course, and subsequently took the training to be on staff for future NYLT offerings. Allie has been to summer camp at Resica Falls every year since joining, except 2020 when the camp was closed due to COVID. She attended 3 times with our troop and 1 time as a full-time camp staff member. She went on a high adventure trip to the Florida Sea Base with a crew of girls from the council in 2021, attended our own troop's high adventure trips to Lake Champlain in 2020 and 2022, attended the National Scout Jamboree with our council's girl troop in 2023. For her Eagle project, Allie and her team constructed 2 picnic tables and repaired 7 others at Robbins Park, our township park for environmental studies. She was able to enlist a total of 61 people to help with the project in some way. They expended a total of 276 work hours on the 2 work days. And when you add in all the hours spent by Allie and others planning, gaining approval, and reporting on the project total comes to a total of 546 hours. Allie attends the Queen of Peace Roman Catholic Church and has earned her Adulterated Day Award religious award there. At her first Scoutmasters Conference, when I asked her what her long-term goal was, she said to get along with her brother. Later she said she wanted to be in the armed forces, but now she plans to pursue a career in cybersecurity and will start at Montco in the fall with the intention of moving on to Penn State for a 4-year degree after 2 years at Montco. I congratulate Allie on completing the Eagle Scout Award and invite you to greet her with your applause.
And next, Assistant Scoutmaster Jennifer Fountain will talk about the Eagle rank requirements.
Before achieving the rank of Eagle, Allie had to advance through several preceding ranks. These ranks build on each other, progressively increasing her responsibility, skill understanding, leadership experience, preparing Allie for the challenges of achieving the Eagle Scout rank. Representing Scout is Claire Zuck.
To become a scout, I had to show scout spirit by understanding and agreeing to live by the scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. Show my intention to participate in scouting by joining the troop. Learn some scout skills, including repeating the Pledge of Allegiance, demonstrating the scout sign, salute, and hand clasp, tying a square knot, describing the elements of the scout badge, and completing some exercises with my parents on prevention of child abuse.
Representing Tenderfoot is Lily Rose Santos.
To become a tenderfoot scout, I had to show scout spirit by memorizing and beginning to live by the scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. Learn about my patrol and become active in it. Participate in scouting by learning about my patrol, attending meetings, and attending at least one camping trip where I had to sleep in a tent. I pitched myself and helped cook one of my patrol meals. Learn some basic scout skills related to outdoor safety, camping, cooking, knot tying, hiking, display of the flag, physical fitness, basic first aid. Use EDGE method to teach a skill.
Representing second class is Austin Friedman.
To become a second-class scout, I had to show the scout spirit by continuing to live by the scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. Participating in scouting by attending meetings and a total of 5 activities since joining. Learned some additional scout skills related to care for the outdoors, camping, cooking, map and compass, use of a knife, axe, and saw, fire building, hiking, participating in the flag ceremony, wild animal identification, basic swimming and swimming safety, intermediate first aid. Participated in a scout or school program related to substance abuse, earning some money and saving a portion. Show community service by participating in a scout project for at least 1 hour.
The first class rank marks the transitioning from learning fundamental skills to focus on leadership, service, and personal development. Representing first class is our very own senior patrol leader, Brent Hoover.
To become first class, I had to show Scout spirit by continuing to live by the Scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code, and inviting someone to join the troop. Participating in scouting by attending meetings and a total of 10 activities since joining, and demonstrating lead entries principles. Learn even more scout skills related to finding directions without a compass, orienteering, nutrition, food storage, food handling, and cooking. Serving as my patrol's cook for an entire weekend, learning the duties of a citizen from a public official, wild plant identification, making a project using ropes and lashes, swimming and water safety, advanced first aid, and learn about internet safety inside the building.
Representing STAR is one of our quartermasters, Alina Neeson.
To become a star, to become a Star Scout, I had to show Scout spirit by continuing to live by the Scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. I had to participate in scouting by being active in the troop and my patrol for 4 months while first class scout. I had to learn advanced skills by earning a total of 6 merit badges, including 4 from the list required for Eagle. Typical 6 merit badges for Star Scout would be swimming, citizenship in the community, life-saving, family life, basketry, and blood work. I had to show community service by participating in a service project for at least 6 months while first class scout. I had to demonstrate leadership by serving the troop for 4 months in an approved leadership position, such as an assistant patrol leader, librarian, historian, or den chief.
Representing life is one of our den chiefs from Pack Far Away, Claire Hammond.
To become a Life Scout, I had to show Scout spirit by continuing to live by the Scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. Participating in scouting by being active in the troop and on patrol for 6 months while a Star Scout. Learn advanced skills by earning an additional 5 merit badges, including 3 more from the list required for Eagle, so that I had a total of 11 in all. A typical 5 merit badges for someone progressing to life to earn might be camping, first aid, citizenship in the nation, computers, and golf. I had to use the EDGE method to teach a younger scout several of his or her requirements, show community service by participating in another service project for at least 6 hours while a Star Scout, demonstrate leadership by serving the troop for 6 months in an approved leadership position, such as assistant senior patrol leader, scribe, quartermaster, or patrol leader.
Representing Eagle is Allie's brother RJ, who held several positions in Troop 542, including
To become an Eagle Scout, I had to show Scout spirit by continuing to live by the Scout oath, law, motto, and outdoor code. Participate in Scouting by being active in the troop and my patrol for 6 months while a life scout. Learn advanced skills by earning an additional 10 merit badges, including the remaining 6 from the list required before, so that I had a total of 21 in all. A typical 10 merit badges for someone completing this Eagle to earn might be citizenship in the world, communications, cooking, personal fitness, environmental science, personal management, small boat sailing, engineering, model design and building, and atomic energy. Provide service to the community by planning, developing, and giving leadership to others in the service project, helpful to a religious institution, a school, or community. Other scouts from the troop provide a source of helpers for the project, which typically takes a total amount of 200 hours of effort. Demonstrate leadership by serving the troop for 6 months in an approved leadership position, such as assistant team patrol leader, scribe, quartermaster, or patrol leader.
And I like the Scouts, if you can move closer together, please. And I'll welcome everyone to stand and take pictures if you want. You can stand me out as well. This is the picture opportunity. Let's go. Thank you, Scouts. You can sit down there.
Next, it's my honor to introduce Assistant Scoutmaster Jan McNamore, who will talk to you about Allie's Eagle Scout Leadership Project, and we also have Gary Scarpello, Upper Dublin Commissioner.
Good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. Of all the steps, and there are many on the way to Eagle, perhaps the one that looms the largest for the youth is the Eagle Project. Am I right? Are you thinking about that? Yeah. My sons did. Allie did. It's kind of scary from a distance. It's a culminating display of leadership in a project of the Scouts' own choosing. And in principle, it can be done well before the Scouts' 18th birthday, well before they age out of scouting. But in fact, it usually doesn't work out that way. Usually it's kind of neck and neck. Who's going to get to graduation at 18 before they get their Eagle, or will they make it at the 11th hour? And the reasons for that are many. But one of the big ones is that growth takes time. Most youth are not ready to do an Eagle Project when they're 14 or 15 years old. There is so much to be learned during those years of engagement in the Scouting program. Scouting teaches leadership, it teaches teamwork, it teaches the self-confidence that comes with stepwise growth and achievement. And for most youth, that takes longer, and they're having a whole lot of fun along the way. So there's no hurry until you start getting to 17 and a half, and then you need to worry. But typically, it gets done. It comes together, and it's a magical process. I've seen how Scouts grow tremendously in their maturity and their leadership capability during that time of involvement in our troop and in 542 before that. They develop not only their own personal skills, but they develop a heart for service. Service to their troop, service to their community. Those week in, week out encounters, the time they spend cooking together, the roadside cleanups, the car shows where they're handing out water, these are all opportunities to grow and to develop that servant's heart. and very happy to see it. So ultimately, our scouts grow into their leadership program, into their leadership projects, and then they grow from that process of having a leadership project. So I've had the great privilege to watch Allie through 5 years of growth as a scout, and then to walk alongside her during this past year as she has wrestled with the ins and outs and worries about her Eagle project to see her succeed so tremendously. We're all very proud of you, Allie. So Allie wanted a project that would involve working with her hands. She likes to make things. She wanted to work with tools. She wanted to produce something tangible. So she worked with Upper Dublin Parks and Recreation to come up with a project that would work, something that would suit her wishes and also the township. She would provide the labor and the organization. The township would provide the financial resources and materials. She chose replacement and refurbishment of picnic tables at Robbins Park. Now, most of you are from around here, and you know. Some of you do not know. Robbins Park is an absolute gem in our community. It's personally my favorite park in Upper Dublin Township. It's jointly administered by the township and the school district. The Cheston Educational Center is a center for education. It has an attached pavilion with dozens of picnic tables. Students go there typically quarterly when they're in elementary school, then it gets stretched out a little bit. They go there for hands-on nature lessons. The surrounding parkland is full of paths where residents can go for the walk, and there's a garden for grown crops that are donated to Phil Abundance. So it's a great resource. That pavilion and the adjacent fire pit, which coincidentally was also an Eagle project, have some picnic tables that were the worst for wear. They're well loved. The woodpeckers love them, the insects love them, the rain batters them, and they've been used by many, many people. So they were in need of upgrading. Allie spent over a year of her life figuring out how to get this done. She had to select the project, plan it in depth, find the resources, execute it, and document it. And then she still had to go through her Eagle Board review. All this was done while coordinating, so that taught communication and calendaring and a lot about writing polite emails. One rainy weekend in March, she led 59 volunteers and all that hands-on work. They took down 2 rock tables by the fire pit, replaced them with brand new ADA compliant tables, and then they refurbished about a dozen tables under the pavilion. I never had, I'm not sure the exact number, it was around a dozen. They had board planks that needed to be replaced, edges that needed to be sanded. They got coated with weatherproofing and made nice, and everything got cleaned up at the end, swept clean. So from start to finish, 500 plus hours of work and a whole lot of work. So well done, Alan. We have with us Commissioner Barry Scarpello from Upper Dublin Township. He's come to talk to us about what impact Allie's leadership has had on the community. So please join me in welcoming Commissioner Scarpello.
Everybody, thank you for the invitation to be here. Thought I'd say a few words off the cuff in the celebration of leadership. I got a call from Becca about Alicia's project at the area that she wanted us to take a look at, and we did. We showed up as she was finishing up the project with some of her volunteers. Apparently 61 people volunteered for this project, quite an outstanding number. So I'm going to say a few words about the Robbins Park. If you don't know anything about it, just give you sort of a background of what it is. It's on the corner of Butler and Meeting House, kind of set back. You'd miss it, you drive right by it if you're not looking for it. It is a joint venture between the school district and the township, which is quite extraordinary, working together in both endeavors. It came about in 1975. It's 38 acres, has walking trails and a pond, and has 25 programs and activities throughout the school year. The Cheston Center came about in 1989, and it is the main educational facility in Robbins Park. Alicia fixed tables, a number of tables needed repair, She fixed those tables and also created really a valuable addition to Robbins Park, and that is the ADA compliant tables, which allow those folks to sit around the campfire, to look at the woods, to be a part of the ongoing activities at that area, which is an outstanding thing to do. It's really a welcome addition to Robbins Park that's going to last for a long time. So I'd like to congratulate her in doing this and wish her well. Thank you.
Thank you. A couple more things you can see up here that we also have a citation in the Pennsylvania Senate as far as the Eagle project that Allie conducted led, and that's from Maria Collette. We've also got a letter from Governor Josh Shapiro and also a wood carved plaque from the Upper Dublin Township, as well as some other things. It's a little bit early because Allie just completed her Court of Honor a couple of weeks back, but we will have more of these things that will come in, but at least the book has started as far as all the congratulations that have come in for Allie Gushu. So at this point, it's time for the video, and Allie, if you could have a seat, as well as everybody in the first part of the program, and we'll come back after the video.
Get the light on.
Yes, if somebody in the back can turn off the lights.
Alicia Gushu, Allie, was the first founding member of Troop 541. She joined on February 6, 2019, less than a week after it became possible to have a Scout BSA troop for girls. Dylan Murphy joined a few days later, and Allie recruited her friend Helena, who joined in March. The troop was founded with 3 scouts and a recruiting plan to get to the minimum size of 5. Our troop's first outing was a trip to the Shenandoah Valley in March. All 3 scouts and 4 leaders piled into a Chevy Traverse and drove to our hotel in Virginia. We toured LaRae Caverns, drove up to the Skyline Drive, and took a hike on the Appalachian Trail. We had dinner, took a swim in the hotel pool, and visited Harper's Ferry on the way home Sunday. Allie and Illard were the only 2 scouts on our first 2 camping trips. The first one was to Hawk Mountain, where we started to work on camp-style cooking, and the second was to Lake Harvin in New Jersey, where we did some boating. Allie received her scout rank at Troop 541's first award ceremony that June. By then, we'd added 2 more scouts, meeting our goal to have 5 scouts. Allie and the other 2 founding scouts went on our first river trip. It was whitewater rafting on the Lehigh. Allie's first summer camp experience came in Resica Falls that summer. Allie, Illard, and Scoutmaster Jay Eibner stayed with the provisional unit, which provided the required female leadership. Allie's mom joined us for part of the week. Allie had injured her arm and had to wear a sling all week, but she didn't let that stop her. She earned 4 merit badges that year at camp. Fall brought the troop's first backpacking trip. Only 2 scouts attended, but Allie really enjoyed it and has been pushing for more backpacking ever since. That fall, Allie was there for everything we did. We marched in the Upper Dublin Parade, camped at Elk Neck in Maryland, and joined Boys Troop 542 for a STEM weekend where we stayed in a cabin for the first time. Okay, you all ready? Go ahead. In December, Allie was awarded her Tender 2020 started with an indoor ski trip and a cabin camp out at Hawk Mountain that included a trip to a water park. Then COVID hit. Meetings moved to Zoom, and Allie earned both her Adulterae Day Award, which is the Roman Catholic Religious Award, and her second class rank, and had them awarded virtually. We did a service project planting flowers at Supplee, and Scouts went there one at a time to work on it. In June, although she was only second class, Allie received her first leadership assignment as patrol leader of our only patrol, the Thunderbirds. By the summer, we were willing to get together for outdoor activities, wearing masks and with social distancing. We did another raft trip. Our first high adventure trip was at Lake Champlain. Kevin and Jan McLemore hosted us at their lakefront property. Scouts all came with family groups and tended with their family. Families prepared meals together. Group activities were outdoors with masks and social distancing. In September, we had a leadership change. And though she was still second class, Allie became our senior patrol leader. We went back to having camping trips that fall, one at Green Lane, another at French Creek. And a third at Susquehannock State Park, all outdoors with masks and social distancing. Allie received her first class rank that December, still on Zoom. The winter of 2021 is best forgotten. Indoor activities were still out of the question, so we stayed virtual. In March, as the weather broke, we had our first troop picnic. Families had their own tables and brought their own food, but we could still invest new scouts and present awards. Allie welcomed 6 new scouts with elbow bumps as the troop more than doubled in size. We also went back to having a March trip, but this one was a one-day trip to Gettysburg. Scouts traveled in their parents' car, and we arranged dinner with outdoor seating. Allie went with us to Lake Parvin in May, led the June Awards campfire, and took the Introduction to Outdoor Leadership Skills for Troops, ILST, later that month. Her term as SPL ended, and she became the troop scribe. That summer, Allie signed up to go with a council contingent on a high-adventure trip to the VSA's Florida Sea Base. Her involvement in scouting was starting to reach beyond our troop. In 2021, for the first time, our troop was able to attend summer camp as a troop. Allie attended, and the whole troop had a wonderful time enjoying all the activities the camp has to offer. We had a series of fun activities all summer that included such things as fishing, bowling, bake-off, and our summer award campfire. The fall kicked off with a council-wide Liberty Jam. Allie was participating in everything. which included a hike to High Rocks, and helped out at the Supply Trunk or Treat. The final fall activity was an ice skating outing. COVID reared its ugly head again in January 2022, and we shifted to outdoor Saturday meetings to prepare for the district gold rush, which was unfortunately rained out. By February, we felt we could safely hold our planned camp out at Hawk Mountain, featuring extreme board games. And in March, we piled into the Supply van for our third March trip, this time to New York City. At our March picnic, Allie's term as scribe ended, and she became patrol leader of the Thunderbirds. April brought a camping trip at French Creek State Park where we held Troop Olympics, and our annual service project for our sponsor. The PLC scheduled this backpacking trip for May, which might have been a mistake. It went up to a humid 94 degrees. You wouldn't know it from these pictures, though. Allie enjoys backpacking trips and pushes the PLC to keep scheduling them. Having taken ILST, the next step was a week of National Youth Leadership Training, NYLT, an experience that was invaluable for Allie. Allie joined another high-adventure trip to Lake Champlain, this time without all the COVID restrictions. She didn't join us for our week at Resica Falls that summer, but for a good reason. She was working as a camp staff member. It was a great experience for Allie and a good way to give back to scouting. The fall season brought a district camporee at Green Lane with a pirate theme. Then we went to Camp Horseshoe for a cabin camping trip. The Scouts decorated a car for the Supply Trunk or Treat. Allie and the other Troop 541 Scouts combined to bring in 903 food items for our Scouting for Food drive that fall. We wrapped up the year with a trip to see the Nutcracker downtown and our holiday party where Allie received her life rank. After a few years of weather and COVID-related cancellations, our district held its gold rush, and Troop 541 had its first experience at one. Allie led her Thunderbird patrol to a third-place finish in a field of 37 patrols from both boy and girl troops. Many of those patrols had far more experience than the Thunderbirds did. That winter, we had a ski trip and a cabin camping trip at Camp Ware that included a watercolor activity. At our picnic, Allie's term as patrol leader ended, and she took the job of SPL for her second time. This time, Allie knew what she was doing. Her ILST and NYLT training and her experience on the camp staff had prepared her to raise the bar for what a senior patrol leader does. Allie was nominated by her troop mates to be in the Order of the Arrow, took her ordeal, and is an OA member. At the district awards dinner, Allie was one of 4 scouts from the district to receive the Roy Imsick Youth Service Award, and she accepted the Brown Sea Island Award on behalf of our troop as one of our founding members. That spring, she led the troop on a very enjoyable trip to Washington, D.C., a camping trip to Bass River where we did orienteering, an exciting Olympia Scope weekend at Resica where we hosted our Canadian friends, and the June raft trip. As SPL, she presented awards at our campfire. The National Jamboree came around in 2023, and together with 2 other 541 Scouts, Allie joined the Council Contingent's Girl Troop and attended. No longer on camp staff, Allie led our troop through what was certainly our best week at summer camp so far. 18 scouts attended. Our troop has certainly grown from the time it was just Allie and Hilly attending with the provisional unit. Campfire kicked off the fall, and we'll see glimpses of a highway cleanup, a movie-making trip to Novi Bosco, our trail run, the trunk or treat, and our Scouting for Food drive, which more than doubled the previous year with 2,418 food items donated. Has had near perfect attendance her whole time in the troop, and in her final season with us, she attended the Gold Rush, ski trip, and cabin camping trip. Allie's Eagle project was at Robbins Park, where she led her team to build 2 picnic tables and repair a number of others. At our March picnic, Allie passed on the senior patrol leader baton. As we see a few photos from our recent bus trip to Williamsburg, we can reflect on the wonderful time Allie has had in scouting. She helped found the troop, learned life skills, developed leadership skills, and helped other scouts through the program. And the whole time she was doing that, she was having a great time. Allie's time as a scout is over, but the skills she learned, the friendships she developed, and the memories she made will stay with her for the rest of her life. Congratulations on becoming an Eagle Scout, Allie.
So, at this point, we have a recognition of Allie by the aunt of Jillian Friedman. Please have a...
Hello, family and friends and fellow scouts. I'm Jillian Friedman. I'm Alicia's aunt. I was not a scout as a kid, but I always wanted to be one. I wanted to do the amazing trips, have the camaraderie, and the fellow friendships of the scouts. So when I had children, I had my oldest son and my youngest son join scouts, and my daughter was a Girl Scout, where I was just a cookie mom. I love what scouting gave to my children and to my nieces and my nephew. They all flourished with confidence. This alone goes unmeasured. Having Alicia share her passion of scouting, you see how much she truly enjoys it. Her eyes sparkle whenever she reflects back on Jamboree and her high adventures. She will give guidance and pointers for younger family members, and I will overhear her as she goes through her thought process when she is preparing for her next meeting requirements. I have the great honor to be able to share the journey of her life and say how proud we all are of her achievements. Her achievements of persevering through school to graduation, her joyous scouting to becoming the first Eagle Scout in a girl-led troop in the Baden-Powell district. She does not see glass ceilings. She does not see boarded-up windows. And she does not see locked doors. Alicia is a force to be reckoned with. When she faces difficulties, she does this with courage and determination. She embodies being brave. When Alicia was younger, she ran cross country, though through all sorts of weather. When it would rain, her feet would get stuck in the mud. She would pull her feet out with force and pound the ground hard, again and again, trying to reach the next curve of the path that is leading to the finishing line. I recall her saying to me that she would finish last. I asked her to repeat herself. She said she finished last. Her doughy eyes locked at mine, and she smiled. Finished. Yes, you finished. When you start something, you complete it. Alicia shatters glass ceilings. She unboards those windows, and she walks through the doors. I'm simply saying, Alicia, well done. When you start something, you see it through to the finishing line. This is no easy task, and you will carry this gift with you for the rest of your life. Congratulations.
All right, it's time. Alicia Gushu, please escort your parents to the front, please. Yeah, if I can, G.I. her and Jack Wolter, help.
I can't say what a terrific blessing this is for me to be able to do this. I'm just going to take a moment to say that I've been a scout leader for over 60 years now. And in that 60-year time frame, my wife and I had 3 daughters. So I was leading a boys' troop. I was scoutmaster here at 542 for 41 years, and I had 3 daughters that could not participate in this program. So when in 2019 it became possible to have a girls' troop, I was just really excited, and I'm really excited now to be able to finally give an Eagle Scout badge to one of the female scouts. It's been a really long time coming, and Callie, you are a landmark in this community. And not only is she a female Eagle Scout, but you saw the resume I read. She is an A++ Scout. I've never been more pleased to present one of these things, but I don't present it to you. I made her mom did it. Good.
What a white PC violation.
This is a really exciting moment. None of the Eagle Scouts that I've ever dealt with became Eagle Scouts without some help from home. And I know that in Allie's case, Mom and Dad had a lot to do with it too. So here's a rose for you to present to your mom. And I'm very thanking her. And also this mother's pin that your mom can wear to say that her child is an Eagle Scout. And this is her father's pin that your dad can wear. So congratulations to all 3 of you. And I know you've done it before. And I hope you can do it again.
Number 3 coming up.
On behalf of Troop 541, another first, we have our first Eagle Trophy here to present to an Eagle Scout. And it reads, Alicia H. Gushu, Troop 541, achieved rank of Eagle Scout May 9th, 2024. May 9th was the date of her district review board.
Congratulations, Allie.
Rebecca and Bob Boucher, could please be seated. Allie, stay here. So next we have the mentor pin, and this is a pin given to somebody that has shaped the trail to Eagle for Allie, and she can give it to whoever she wants, but something that she will recognize at this time.
I'd like to give it to Mrs. McLemore, who kept pushing me all of this time and was there with the truth from the beginning. Thank you for sharing. Oh. Thank you for sharing.
All right, thank you. Stay there. Now I introduce Assistant Scoutmaster Kevin McLemore to talk about some troop traditions.
Good evening. Allie, as an Eagle Scout myself, I welcome you to the brother and now sisterhood of Eagle Scouts. As a founding member, you were there from the very start and have done an outstanding job in everything you've been given to do. You have my utmost praise for upholding the Scout spirit, but most of all, being a friend to everyone. Thank you all for attending and celebrating her fantastic achievement. Each troop's culture defines the types of celebration that we do. Eagle ceremonies are different in each troop, and if you've ever been to other ones, you know that they're vastly different. Our troop has many traditions from 542, and hopefully some new ones. In the last camping trip, we got together the assistant senior patrol leaders and the senior patrol leader to discuss about what kind of troop traditions we'd like going forward for Eagle Scouts. And they come up with some great ideas, and some of those will be tonight. Some will be traditions that we carried over from 542. And so it's going to be a mix. We'll be doing them in slightly different order this in your program, so bear with me. The first one will be the 541 Trail to Eagle board. The first tradition is this Eagle board, and it's been carried over from 542. Naturally, a new board had to be created for our troop, and so Scoutmaster Jay Eidner and Complete Congregant Dave Bischoff, who is a former 542 committee member and has 2 Eagle Scout sons, and I, also 2 Eagle Scout sons, created and designed a new board for 541, which you see here today. We hope it will serve for many, many more generations of Eagles. Allie, I invite you to go over and move your name from the life column to the Eagle column and to remain there for a moment. Thank you. The second tradition will be the Eagle 541 Eagle roster board. Obviously, we had to make a new one of those too. This offers a historical retrospective from every Eagle Scout that the troop has celebrated. I believe 542 is now on their 3rd Eagle roster board, with over 208 Eagles since its beginning in 1960. Those roster boards can be seen in one of the other rooms of the church. To bring this tradition to 541, my wife and I, Jen McLemore, are pleased to have donated this new board, and even more pleased to have Allie's name as a founding member and 541 and the district's first Eagle Scout to be the initial Eagle listed on this board. Allie, will you please unveil the new Troop 541 Eagle Scout roster and then return to the center of the stage? The next two troop traditions will be new to Troop 541. They were chosen by the SBL and the ASBLs to be our new troop traditions, and they represent the wonderfully giving spirit and nature of the girls in our troop. The first of these new traditions, in part, dates back to the very earliest days of scouting. For generations of Eagle Scouts, the legend of the rose has referred to something we saw earlier in tonight's presentation, where the mother of the new eagle received a rose in recognition of her unique and invaluable contribution to her Scout's personal development, and as a thank you for the hard work she's done to assist her Scout on her path to Eagle. Troop 541 Scouts have decided to add an extension to our Legend of the Rose celebration, so the Scouts of Troop 541 can recognize our new Eagle for her invaluable contribution and her work that she's done to support all of the Scouts in their own path to Eagle. At this time, we'd like to honor Alicia today with the presentation of 7 roses. Each rose will be a symbol of the 7 ranks of Scouting. So I'd like to invite each of our Trail to Eagle Scouts, as representatives of the whole troop, to pick up a rose and bring it up to Allie and give it to her in celebration and recognition of her outstanding achievements and mentorship. And now there's a vase behind me, you may place them. Now finally, we have a special presentation. Our new senior patrol leader, Corinne Hoover, has asked if she might say a few words as well, and also to present our last of the new Troop 541 traditions. Corinne, may you come up here and speak, please?
Good evening, everyone. I know my name has been tossed around, but for those who don't know me, my name is Corinne Hoover. I'm the SPL 541. Allie is one of the sweetest, kindest, most hardworking people I have had the good fortune to meet through scouting. If you're struggling with knots, boom, Allie's there to help with the edge method. Stepping into the role of SPL after Allie has been easy but hard. On the hard side, these are some pretty big shoes to fill, Allie. On the easy side, she has made it extremely easy, helping me, giving me ideas, feedback, lots of game ideas. I'm not even kidding. Last night she texted me at 11 p.m. saying, I have another game idea. I love you, Allie, but I want to sleep. She has been a great mentor, peer, and above all, an amazing friend. You have worked so hard to earn this, and on behalf of everyone at 542, we are all extremely proud of you. I hope just because you are the first Eagle Scout in the troop and the district, that you continue to stay active in the troop, not just for me, but for everyone. And then I would like to present to you a signed photograph of the troop. I think mostly everyone signed it, but congratulations.
That's great. All right. Alan, if you have a seat up here, please. the item will give the Scoutmaster a challenge.
It's always a little awkward because these remarks are actually directed to Allie, but the location that she's sitting and the place where I have to stand doesn't exactly make that work. But anyway, a while ago we watched a video of scouting activities. We saw images of campfires, tents, food cooking over a fire, hiking, boating. When people hear the word scouting, those are the images that come to their mind. Scouting is linked to the outdoors, and in the minds of many to outdoor skills like knot tying and fire building. On the other hand, when you hear the word Eagle Scout, it brings to mind personal attributes. Our speakers have told us how this young woman lives up to the ideals of scouting. We heard about honesty, leadership, concern for other people. Ever since 1910, the BSA has been serving the youth of America. It's helped its members become political and business leaders. It's helped its members learn about career choices, and it's helped them become contributing members of our society. Scouting is not about knot tying. It's about empathy and leadership. It's about making a lifelong contribution to our society. The Eagle Badge is not just another trophy earned and then placed on the shelf. It's not about something the recipient did. It's a symbol of who the recipient is. We heard about the 5 requirements an Eagle Scout has to meet. She's someone who's demonstrated through earning the 21 merit badges that they can accomplish tasks on their own and learn skills. She's someone who's demonstrated commitment and perseverance by attending 131 out of 132 troop meetings and 44 out of 47 troop activities. It's someone who's shown leadership skills by serving our troop as scribe patrol leader and senior patrol leader. She's someone who's demonstrated concern for the world and the people in it by helping on numerous service projects, and finally organizing and leading one herself. And finally, most importantly, she's demonstrated character by living up to the principles that are expressed in the Scout Oath and the Scout Law. Her duty to God, her duty to other people, and her duty to herself. This is the most important part of being an Eagle Scout, because it's those principles that ensure that the person will apply the other skills and leadership abilities that they've developed in ways that improve and strengthen our society. Allie, above the dining hall fireplace in Storer Camp in Michigan is a plaque that reads, "I'm third." If you ask a staff member what that means, they'll tell you, God first, others second, I'm third. That philosophy is the essence of the Scout Oath and Law. Duty to God, duty to others, duty to self are the 3 things that the 3 fingers in the Scout sign symbolize. That philosophy is what I'm challenging you to live by for the rest of your life. First, I challenge you to do your duty to God, to remain faithful in your religious duties, to follow through on the things you learned when earning your adultary day. And as you move on and head for college, I challenge you to strengthen your spirituality, never to stop searching for life's answers, to commit yourself to being guided by your religious principles, and be strong enough to stay the course. Second, I challenge you to do your duty to other people, to consider their needs and feelings, and put their needs ahead of your own needs. Treat them the way you would want to be treated. Evaluate your relationships, and make sure you give as much or more to the relationship than you take from it. Don't exploit anyone. And finally, I challenge you to do your duty to yourself, to take care of your body, to educate and use your mind, to never stop learning, and to come to grips with your values and your roles and goals in life. Is this going to be easy? Of course not. It requires determination, like a rigorous backpacking trip. You may grow tired or weary, but if you keep your head in the right place and trust in God, you'll persevere. I'll close your remarks with some words from Isaiah chapter 40. Have you not known? Have you not heard? The Lord is the everlasting God, the creator of the ends of the earth. He does not faint or grow weary. His understanding is unsearchable. He gives power to the faint and strengthens the powerless. Even youths will faint and be weary, and the young will fall exhausted. But those who wait for the Lord shall renew their strength. They shall mount up with wings like eagles. They shall run and not be weary. They shall walk and not faint. Thank you.
And now, Allie, please give us your response.
I accept the challenge, and I will be, I will be helping the troop out as much as I can, but, sorry. Sorry. 5 years ago, as has been said, in 2019, the troop started, I jumped at the chance. I love it so much. I watched my brother go to Cub Scouts, Boy Scouts. I watched my older cousin do it, and I watched my younger cousin do it as well. I absolutely love the program. I still love it. I love going to all of the things Scouting has to offer. At one point, I wanted to go to all of the high adventures. I still do. 2 out of 4. Yeah, I really want to go to Goma. That sounds awesome. So does Northern Tier. Sorry. This troop started off as 5 people, and now it's grown to 37. And it's grown so quickly, and I've watched some of these girls grow up so much from young Cub Scouts into really nice leaders. And I'm so I'm sorry, I'm about to cry. I'm so happy to see them all, and I can't wait to watch them grow, and I can't wait to see more of them grow. I hope to carry out all of the scout laws, like all the scouting values, into my daily life, and show people what it means to be an Eagle Scout and set the best example I can. I've had so many fun adventures here. So many places. I got to go sailing in the Florida Keys, and on the way there, we spent almost a day in airports. That was fun. And then actually sailing the Keys was awesome. The views, although I'm incredibly jealous of the guys, they got to be on a pirate ship. Like seriously, a pirate ship? And I later got the chance to go to National Jamboree, where I met people from all over the United States and anywhere else. There were these people in line in front of me from Puerto Rico, and I had a fun conversation with them. And then there was when I worked at Mexico. That was so much fun. I love the friends I made there, and I can't wait to go up there again and see them. I can't wait to see more of you grow up. I'm sorry, I keep talking. Anyways, this troop, even though it's only a couple years old, it's grown so much. And without all the adult help and all these volunteering, it would have been possible. like the saying goes, Rome was not built in a day. Well, neither are people. We aren't perfect. And it is our job to try to live up to the Scout oath and law as much as possible. And I hope you all do it as well, and I will do it too. Thank you. Sorry.
Thank you, Ellen. Fantastic speech. And now, to commemorate this very significant event, not only in 541, but in Scouting, we have the council remarks from Chuck Walker.
Just go super on with that. Just take a look at it. I turn it on. Okay. Now it's on. It's green. Yes, good. Good afternoon, everybody. Better? Yeah. Because I couldn't hear you back there. That's why I wanted to talk to you face to face. This is a big deal. I'm going to tell you a few things about why this is a big deal in a minute, but I've learned a couple of things. One of the things I learned is when you're at a Louisville banquet, never do an FOS presentation after the magician. The other thing I learned is never follow Jay Eidner when he's giving an eagle charge, because everything you were going to say you have to throw out and start from scratch. And finally, you never want to be the last speaker between the guest and the food. Fortunately, we still have Dr. Hotchkiss and a benediction coming up, so I'm okay there. This is a big deal. I think you know this. It's certainly a big deal to Rebecca and Bob. It's sort of a big deal to RJ, because now he's got to share an eagle family with another eagle. And what's a big deal to your cousin? Because he told me how proud he was of you. And he only made life stats, and you won up to him. It's a big deal because in a troop that started only 5 years ago, we have not only the first Eagle Scout, but you're the first female Eagle Scout in the Baden-Powell district. And that's a big deal. It's a big deal to Jay Eidner. Now, Jay Eidner's been a Scoutmaster longer than I've been in Scouts, and I've been in Scouts a long time. And he's had hundreds of Eagle Scouts. I don't think he's ever had one that he's been more proud of than this young lady. So let's give a big hand to Jay Eidner. While you're up, stay standing, Arlen stand up, Jan stand up, Jen stand up. I'd like the leaders of this great troop to stand up and be recognized. Some of you folks maybe don't realize how remarkable it is to start a troop from scratch, let alone a girl troop, which is still a grand experiment 5 years ago. So it's a big deal. Here's why else it's a big deal. If you were paying attention when all these nice young people got up and held their cards up and read what they had to do for their ranks, yeah, I know you got them. At every rank, you had to demonstrate Scout spirit, am I right? Pretty much on every part, demonstrate Scout spirit. You had to demonstrate Scout spirit every time you advanced. And now that you're an Eagle Scout, guess what? You only have to demonstrate Scout spirit every day for the rest of your life. What a deal. That's a big deal, and I'll tell you why. How many Eagle Scouts are in the room? Stand up. Eagle Scouts, stand up. You recognize it. Look at this. That's a big deal. This is a big deal. I was thinking about this, and you know what? The 21st century has about to reach the quarter pole, which is pretty remarkable. Now more than ever, we, America, need Scout spirit. We need to be kind. We need to be courteous. We need to help other people at all times. We need to do our duty to our God. We need to do our duty to other people and to our country. Now more than ever, Scouting America is the new name of our organization because that's where we're at. We're no longer Boy Scouts.
We are scouts. We welcome everyone. We're the big tent. And we need to be a big deal. We need to exhibit scout spirit all the time, everywhere we go, throughout our whole life. We gotta talk the talk and we gotta walk the walk. And that is why it's a big deal. That's why you're a big deal. And you're the first. Hopefully not the last. God bless you. God bless your family. God bless Scouting America.
Thank you, Jeff. He's always a tough act to follow, too. But anyway, if Pastor Judith Brackett could come up for the benediction, please.
Wow. This looks different than it did at 9:30 this morning. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I've come in at just the end of a very special event, and it's an honor to be here with you. I was with our youth group at a farm and sanctuary bottle feeding baby goats. I apologize for my boots and my farm clothes. Friends, let us pray. Oh, Holy One, we ask your blessing on Allie in all of her future endeavors. Walk with her wherever you lead. Give her strength, compassion, and love. And we praise you, Holy One, for those who lead and set examples, who encourage and teach. And we pray, Lord, for all Scouts, and especially tonight, the Supplee Presbyterian Church Scouts. We ask that your wisdom inform and inspire their unfolding scouting adventure. And now hear these words of benediction that we say most Sundays at Supplee. Friends, go out into the world in peace and be of good courage. Hold fast to all that is good. No matter what is going on, hold fast to all that is good. Honor all people. There are no exceptions. And may the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ and the love of God and the sweet communion of the Holy Spirit be with you all. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Brackett. At this point, thank you for your attendance. As far as the closing, the only last tradition that we have to do is, Alicia, if you could come up and stand beside the rail there. We will have a receding line, and I invite all Eagle Scouts to come up first and congratulate Allie. And before we do that, I invite everybody to join us for a reception in the fellowship hall. And if you don't know where the fellowship hall is, where 512 meets. So please, Eagle Scouts, come up, and then everyone else can come up to congratulate Allie. But thank you very much for your attendance, and congratulations, Allie.